I bought this property behind me back in 2018 for $90,000. We had a tenant leave, and so now it's time to get it fixed up and ready to sell so that we can take our $50,000 profit and move on to a bigger and better project. My name is JD Sustar, also known as the finance cowboy in the real estate space. And my wife and I have been able to build a rental portfolio over the last 4 years, all while I continue to work my full-time job, raising a large family, and without having to sacrifice the life that I love. And I want to show you guys exactly how I do it. So come check out what we're doing on this house right here. So we bought this back in 2018, like I said, and it was a rental. So there was already a tenant in place. And we didn't want to get rid of the tenants because at the time they were good tenants. They were paying, they weren't causing any issues. But as time went on, we started getting complaints from the neighbors. These complaints were going to the county, and we realized that they had pretty much destroyed the house. And so we had to go through the eviction process and get these tenants out so they didn't cause any more damage to our home and cause trouble to the neighborhood. So we decided once they left that we were going to take this from being a rental and instead fix it all up and get it ready to go to be able to sell it to another buyer. So as you can see, we have gutted this entire house. There's not a piece of drywall anywhere. You got studs everywhere. We've knocked all the drywall out. We're putting in all new electrical, all new plumbing, all new drywall, all new ceilings, and we've even done a couple things to make the home more valuable. Come check it out. So before we started renovating this property, all of this was walled off, okay? And then we had a door here that led into this room, which was all open. And then there was a door that led out into a deck. Well, the deck was totally destroyed. So we had to decide, okay, are we gonna redo this deck, or can we just close in this back wall this room off into two separate rooms and add an additional bathroom to this home and an additional laundry space? And that is what we've done. So I am standing currently in the new laundry room. So laundry will go here, they'll have storage, and it will have its own door. And then if we move over here, in the second part of this whole room is the bathroom, okay? So we'll come in, we'll bring a shower in this corner, we'll put a vanity over here, and we'll have the toilet here. And you can see we have this walled off to where on the other side of the wall is going to be the laundry, and then the bathroom is going to be on this side of the room. And it's really cool because when we initially bought this property, it was a 2-bed, 1-bath. But now we have turned it into a 2-bed, 2-bath, which is going to increase the value immensely. It's going to look fantastic, and they get their own laundry room, which is awesome. So in this corner here is where we're going to put the shower. And instead of just buying a pre-made shower at Home Depot, Lowe's, any home improvement store, we're going to do it right. So we're going to have a base full of tile, and then we're going to tile all the way up the wall here, all the way up the wall here, and we'll probably do a nice inset so where you can set your shampoo, your soap, all that good stuff. So it'll be a great looking shower. And then on this side right here, we'll have our vanity. We'll go super nice with it. It won't just be a pedestal vanity. It'll be a large luxury looking vanity. And then we'll have our toilet space here. Normally go extra large with the toilets when we're flipping the home because who doesn't love a comfortable throne? So when we come out of the master bathroom, we're obviously going to be in the master bedroom, which is a lot bigger than I thought it was when before we had the drywall off. You get the drywall off and you realize, man, you got a lot of space here. And we've redone, you can see the wiring hanging down from the ceiling. You can see the wiring here on the studs. We have done all new electrical, not only in the master bedroom, but all throughout the house. So every ounce of electrical in here is brand new. So they're gonna have a nice, good size master bedroom, new electrical, closet, and then we'll head over here to the guest room. Now on the way to the guest room, you see this ugly grate here? This is where the return unit is for the HVAC system. This is terrible design, don't know who came up with it, but it's awful, does not look good, and probably is not the safest thing in the world. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull that out, and we're gonna take the return unit and we're gonna put it right here behind this wall. So if you come into this bathroom right here, you can see that we have cut out a space underneath the storage in the guest bathroom for the return unit to sit in the wall. And then we will take flooring, patch it in here with the hardwood floor. We'll sand all the floors in the entire house, and then we'll restain them to match. There's hardwoods all throughout this house. I've told you before, I love original hardwood, so we're gonna keep that, patch it here, and then we'll add it to the other places of the house that don't already have it. So once we get past this grate, you come into the guest bedroom, okay? So this is the second bedroom in the house, nothing fancy about it. It's your standard size bedroom. We've obviously got the new windows up. Like we said, the new electrical. They've got their closet on this side. And the bathroom that they will use, they don't have their own bathroom in the second bedroom, is here in the hallway. So it'll be the guest bath, and then obviously the bath for everybody else in the house to use. That's normally how that goes. So you walk in and you're gonna have the storage here, right? You put your linens in this closet, and then we ripped out the existing tub. It was in terrible condition. And if you look, you can see how much water was coming out of the shower and the tub and flowing through and destroying the subfloor. So we're having to rip all of this subfloor out after we get the plumbing in place, and we'll put all new subflooring here, and then we will tile this entire shower. We'll make it look good. If it's a rental property and you're not doing a lot of design with it, maybe I can pick the finishes, but with something like this, we'll have to bring in the expert, my wife, to come in, pick out what tile we're going on the base, up along the walls, and the whole design of the shower. And then back here, we've kind of created a little separate room where the toilet's gonna go, and then we will put our sink right here across from the shower. Now, because of the tight space in this bathroom, it will probably be a pedestal sink. We'll go smaller, but we'll make it very nice. And we have all the storage here in the closet, so we don't have to go with the large vanity that includes storage here in the guest bathroom. One of my favorite features in this house is how large this living room is. It's a nice open space, yet it's still walled off from the kitchen. Okay, so in my opinion, when you can have an open space but still not have the noise from the kitchen, that's my favorite setup. I know some people like the fully open flow, but it's cool because they got a lot of room in here. Kitchen's on the other side of this wall, and then who doesn't love a fireplace, right? When we came in, even today shooting this video, it's currently not working. We have it walled off, but we have a company coming out to get the fireplace working correctly. That way we can get this thing in working order. To me, it's only an added benefit when you're going to sell a property. All right, so right outside the kitchen and the living room is this breakfast room, this little nook, eating room, dining room, whatever you want to call it. And so far, this has been a pretty smooth project until a couple days ago when we had a massive rain and we saw that water was crashing into this room, flooding this entire space. You can kind of see that the wood is still dark on the floor. And so we have recently found out that we have a roof leak. This project went from, hey, we don't really have much exterior issues, we just need to clean the inside up, to now we have roofing problems. And that's something, the more you dabble in real estate, you will realize that no project goes as planned. We did not account for anything to do with roofing, but now we have to fix roofs. So it is paramount that you guys always build in a little buffer when you're analyzing numbers before rehab, 15-20%, to know you're gonna spend more than whatever you think you're gonna spend, because stuff like that happens. All right, so the last room in the house, and obviously most important, is the kitchen. And so when we first looked at this kitchen, we thought that we were going to keep all the cabinets in place. They're in pretty good shape. You see here, we were going to have to reface this portion of the cabinets with new doors, and then we were just going to paint it, maybe add a new countertop. But as we started pricing things out, when it came with building out these new doors and painting them and refacing some of them, it's probably going to be cheaper just to go ahead, rip them all out, bring in an entire new set of cabinets, slap new granite on it, put a nice farm style sink in, and really get this kitchen place looking good. Like I said, we're not keeping this as a rental any longer. We're gonna turn around and sell it. And so we try to think, okay, what do buyers want, right? And if I was a buyer looking for a home, I would much rather want new cabinets and a nice countertop. And for us, it was a difference of about $2,500 to try and repair what we have here, or go ahead and replace it with a whole new kit. And so we said, you know what? We think the investment of an additional $2,500 is gonna be worth the return that we're gonna get when we go to sell the property. So this will all get ripped out, be whole new cabinetry put in place, probably go with white cabinets, and then a granite countertop that matches that white, maybe go with quartz. And then we have this linoleum on the floor right now. Looks terrible in my opinion. So we'll take it and we'll rip it up. And we already have hardwoods all throughout the house. So we're just gonna continue hardwoods into the kitchen, patch it in. And so then we'll go through and we'll sand every bit of hardwood throughout the house and then we'll restain it all to match. It'll look fresh. We'll get all the drywall slapped on here. I've already told you we got new electrical, new plumbing. Once we get that roof patched up, this puppy is going to be one heck of a house for somebody. So we got a few places around the house that we got to patch the siding, and we really didn't think we were gonna have to do that much siding work until we decided to replace the windows, and obviously we're gonna have to frame out around all the windows. So we'll go ahead and make sure that all of this siding's tidied up, and then we'll come in with a pressure washer and clean it up so it's all looking good. You can tell that the HVAC unit here is a little bit older, and so as it stands today, we've decided to run with it. Everything's working perfectly fine. I've had my HVAC guy out here. He's checked it all out. All the ductwork's good underneath, but you know, we get done with the project and see where we're at with budget. And anytime you can provide a home that you flip with new appliances and new HVAC, it just gives you a better chance to sell the property faster. So that's a decision we'll make as we continue along throughout the renovation process. And then, you know, now we have to take a look at the roof. Okay, so we didn't know there was roofing issues, like I stated, until this past week when we had that heavy rain and we had a huge puddle of water in the house. So now we're bringing the roofers out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's just a little bit of patchwork and we don't have to do much to it. But there is always that fear that you may have to replace the entire roof. So we're waiting on that bid to come back, and hopefully it is not as bad as it could be. So inside, when I was showing you guys the new laundry room and the new bathroom we created, this is where it sits, behind this wall. Well, there actually used to be a door here. You can see where the OSB is that came out into a deck, but the deck was in such bad condition. We decided, like I stated earlier, that it would be more beneficial to turn that into a laundry room and bathroom, do away with the deck, close that in. And so we'll bring siding in, we'll patch all this up. You'll never know that a door was there. And I believe we've added a lot more value to the home by getting rid of the deck and adding that laundry room and bathroom, because there's still a little area here on the side of the house, and then this backyard is got a pretty decent size to it. So it's not like they're missing out on much by not having the deck. There's still plenty of areas for them to entertain and have space for their family. So curb appeal is obviously huge when you go to sell a home. So what we'll probably do, I've already talked about pressure washing the vinyl. So the vinyl will look great. We'll get the roof cleaned off here on the front, but then we'll also clean up the vinyl on these two posts here, and then probably paint the door like a cute little tealish color, something that's gonna stand out that makes it pop, as well as probably match the door color with shutters of the same color to really make the home stand out when people are driving by. But I'll probably leave that up to my wife so I don't make a bad decision. All right guys, so thanks for watching this video today. Obviously we're just getting started on this rehab, so this is part one of what's to come on this particular property. So if you want to follow along on the journey of our Springdale property, like this video, hit the subscribe button so that you know when the next video will come out. I'll see you guys later.